Hi everyone, welcome back from your short break just now. So earlier on we have covered the theory, the rules of the game, the positions involved in soccer, and also some of the common offences and what are the penalties resulted in them. So right now we will move along to the next part, which is how to receive a pass. So basically receiving is, in a broader sense of things, is when you take something from someone that is offered to you. So receiving a ball in soccer is about the same thing. Your teammate pass the ball to you, or your opponent might make a mistake and you receive the ball. So the technique here is how to actually receive it properly and to use it to your advantage in a field setting. Okay? So what I'm going to try to cover today will be, you must be able to display an adequate skill or show this adequate skill in receiving the ball itself. Right? So I already mentioned what is receiving, and some of the common terms we use in soccer will be trapping, first touch, kill the ball, cushioning, and controlling. All these are terms when once you are more in tune into the soccer world, this is what we be using all the time. So basically, if you happen to watch videos, tutorials, or matches, sometimes the commentators, analysts will always mention something like, it's all about the first touch. Okay, so in a very physically demanding sport such as football, one of the most prized technique or attribute that you want to learn will be actually controlling, because it is the most basic skill in soccer. Without mastering this, your more complicated, more advanced techniques like dribbling, shooting, passing will not come into play unless you have your first touch. Okay. I mentioned it's a building block. So if you have a team filled with players with very good receiving skills, they can control the ball very well. It actually dictates how the team plays. Give you an idea. Currently, FC Barcelona from the Spanish league, they are considered one of the best teams in the world because their players are all very technical. They can control the ball really well. And if you were to watch them play, you realize that all of them, their first touch when they receive the ball, they are really good at it, even right down to their keepers. So other teams which might not be as technical as them, you will notice that when they play, they will tend to keep the ball up for their players to run. For Barcelona, they keep the ball as much as possible because their players have really good technique, good receive. Okay? Yeah, that's how it separates teams like Barcelona from teams like, let's say, Stoke from England. Okay, so receiving the ball, it involves the use of actually almost all your body parts other than your hands, of course. So the most basic or the most common one that you'll be using will be the inside of foot, which is here. Okay, this is the part of the inside of the foot. Outside, here. Okay, inside will be the laces, or they call it the laces. So here, thigh, chest, and sometimes when the situation calls for it, you can even control the ball with your head. Okay, these are all we see in terms of difficulty. We will start off with the very basic, which is the inside of the foot. Right? Okay, I want all of you to stand up and practice this motion with me. Okay. Are we again? Okay, practice that motion. Okay, not too high, just slightly lower. Okay, you can see, you can feel the motion, right? This is what will be applied to on the rest of the lesson. I will show you a video on how these motions is actually applied into the next step. So it's something like a tango dance. Okay, that's enough.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
What is the difference between football and soccer?
Okay, basically football and soccer is just the difference between how the Americans and the British term it. Because in America they have this thing called American football. It's actually not played with your feet using hand. So that's why the Americans come up with football or rather soccer. So what is the difference between American football and football? So the rest of the world call it football, but because of the Americans we call it soccer. Okay? Right, I will show you a video on how this, remember the motion that I showed to you just now, that tango looking thing, okay, you will be shown in this video.
So there you have it, guys. That's just a simple way you and your friend.
So, have you seen the motion just now? Very similar, right? Your arms are feeling out a bit to control, your hands are slightly bent, the eyes are on the ball. Okay, so, anyone more? Anyone volunteer? So you can see how this actual motion is like. So who wants to be a volunteer? Hey, come on. You look like the kind who want to volunteer. Come on. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do it. I will demo for you. First of all, see the motion? First, you are supposed to keep the eye on the ball. Your knees don't be too conscious about keeping it like this. It's a natural bend, like a slight punch, sort of. And when the ball, you always look at the ball. When the ball comes to you, you just do that. So the ball will be associated with it. Keep really faster this one. Okay, you see the motion. So the idea of receiving is actually to absorb the impact of the ball. Because if I don't put it back, this is what will happen. You see, the ball goes away from you. Then you don't put it back. So when you cushion it back, it absorbs the impact, sort of like shock absorbers on highway exits. You will cushion the impact. Okay, one more time. 2. Yeah. Okay. So now that you have seen me doing the demonstration, the best way to actually feel is for you to practice. So I want you all to split into small groups of 2. Take one soccer ball and then use the space around here to have a feel. I'll give you about maybe 3-4 minutes of you to have a feel of it. So, alright, let's go. You do me. Okay.
G minutes.
I can do it.
You do it.
Okay, just at your own time, try your own. Okay. Remember the motion, it's like the tango thing to absorb the Right, any one of you have any problems with controlling the ball or receiving the ball? Sure.
No problem.
Yeah. a step further. We're going to have a little competition amongst all of us. Okay. So what this activity is called the zone. This is an actual soccer drill to actually improve your technique. Okay. So how the zone works is, okay, hold on, hold on, excited. Okay, so the zone will be, one of you will be standing inside this zone. I should be the one passing the ball to you. The idea is for you to control the ball, and the ball must not go out of this zone. Okay? So, demonstrate. Okay. You stand at the front, pass it. Okay, pass the ball. Yeah. Okay, pass the ball to me. Okay. So, this is like, keep it within the circle.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so each one of you will have 2 chances. See, so those who can connect, each time you can control the ball inside the zone, he will give you 1 point. So those with the most number of points at the end of the 2 tries will progress to the next stage where the zone will be slightly smaller. Okay, so who wants to go up first? Right.
Oh, yeah.
First stage, huh? Okay, who wants to go first? Right. 2 chances.
Forfeit.
Hmm?
Forfeit.
Forfeit lah. Oh yeah. You think on it. Okay, ready?
Fail.
Last chance. Okay, next one.
Thanks, guys.
Steven Jumat.
Hey, you are not from Manchester.
Okay, 1 point. Okay, one. Okay, Steven got 2 points. Steven, round of applause. Okay, next.
Next. How will you get a lady?
Oh, we get it. Right hand. Ready? Okay. Ada. Oh. Okay, okay, go on. 2 points. Okay, next one. Keep. Okay, ready? Last one.
Oh.
Next one. Right, so Darren. That's good. Very good. Oh, hey. Okay, next. Alright. Mr. King White. Ready? Okay. Okay, that's good. Okay, cool. Right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, smaller.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good.
Who is hiding?
Last one. Alright. Come on, glory, glory, make later. Good. Very good. Right. So, let's make this more challenging. We'll make it much more smaller. Okay. You'll have Steven, Kat, Darren, Keith, and Andrew to play the next stage. So the one who have only 1 point, I'm sorry, you have to watch the rest. Right. Yeah, more than 1 point. Okay, so let's start with Steven first. Ready? Good. Okay, one more. Very good. Okay, give everyone. Okay, next one. Okay. Okay, okay, almost. Okay, one more time. Okay, alright. Super good. Next one will be Darren. Darren.
Be good at the circle.
You can do it.
Oh, fair one.
Last one. Yeah, right. Still good. Keep going. Ready?
Okay.
Good. Okay, last one. Okay. And Sandro. Alright. Okay. Okay. Very good. Woo. Okay. So everyone give yourself a round of applause. And give me back my soccer balls, please. Okay. So, from this simple exercise, what have you all actually picked up from? In terms of technique, in terms of the skill use, how do you all feel about this whole day? Is it a good exercise? So do you actually see the motion you play where actually really helps to kill the ball, so to say?
Actually, I'm not quite used to it.
So we need more practice.
No, any other simpler method? Because very heavy big number. 100 kg, this will be 40 here already.
Okay, so for, like, you said you wish to have a more simple drill, right? Another one where
Only leaflet ones.
only leaflet. I don't think there's such a drill where you don't really actually lift your leg because you have to. It's one of the most basic motions basically. But as another more simpler drill than this, basically what you can do is you just need yourself and a soccer ball. So go to a wall and you kick against the wall. When the ball comes back, you just have to. You don't even have to lift your leg really up. That's another method you can use. train on your own. Okay, so I'm afraid that it's left to follow.
Because I left area also.
Yes,
Then what if the ball comes to my left leg? Or goes to my right leg?
and then the idea of receiving a pass is to be able to do it with both your leg, whether it's your stronger foot or your weaker one. So once you can master for both, it will actually help you a lot when you practice it or whether you use it in a real match application. Okay? Right. So like, similarly for me, I'm naturally right footed. I've always been kicking football using my right leg, control analytic, but lately I've been doing it for my weaker foot because when I play matches during my Sunday league, I realize that I'm always being deployed on the flanks, on the wings because I'm the youngest in the team. So they assume that I'm the fittest and can run most. And since they don't have anyone who can run on the left wing, and you naturally have to be left footed to deliver crosses. So that's how I actually learned from this simple activity, receiving the ball, then slowly progress, and keep pressing, then reach the level. Okay, so move on. Okay, so that's why I went through a few cherry points. First one, let's do a bit of recap. Yeah? Receiving is considered the most basic. That's good, correct? Okay, one of the ways to receive a pass is to use your, other than your instep, outside of what else you can use? Yes. Correct, right. Okay, how a team plays depends on how well the players can receive. Right, I already gave you the example just now of FC Barcelona, how they keep the ball and all that. And when receiving the pass, your standing foot must be
Perfectly flat.
that's one way to put it. Another one?
Firm.
Must be pointing forward. So if your standing foot is like this or not pointing straight, the chances of you missing the will be quite high, right? Okay. Also, since I know the drill just now we did was quite a short session, if you wish to get to practice on your own, you need more drills, examples of how you can practice with your fellow colleagues maybe at your own time. I have these few links here. You can ask for me during our break later, then I will show you and also tell you how to adapt it to your own environment. Okay? Right, so that's it for receiving the ball. We'll let you off for a short water break, and once we are back, we'll move on to the next part of the lesson, which is how to pass and shoot the ball. Right, thank you.